introduce a tireless champion for the Inland Empire, an advocate whose leadership in Sacramento continues to uplift and empower our communities. She has dedicated her career to fighting for working families, expanding opportunities, ensuring that the voices of our region are heard loud and clear at the state capitol. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our State Senator Eloise Reyes.
So good to be here. I will tell you that, as many of you know, I've been out of commission for about a year after a diagnosis of cancer. And I've been going through this, but many of you I see here have been praying for me, and by the grace of God, here I am. I'm from Colton, born and raised. Right? So if you're from Colton, you know this bridge is important. My grandmother, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins were on the west side, and you know every Sunday you had to go to Grandma's house right after church. And when we realized that this bridge was built when my mother was born in 1934, my mother's strong, that bridge was not. That bridge was not. And in the last few years, we recognized that structurally, it wasn't going to keep providing the service we needed. We had already stopped the trucks and the buses from going over the bridge because it wasn't safe. So those of you who were going to San Bernardino Valley College on the bus, you couldn't take the bus. You had to go up on the freeway. And little by little, we saw pieces of the concrete falling onto the railroad tracks. That wasn't good. And they tried to shore it up, right, as best they could. The safety rate, instead of 100, was down to 2. Down to 2%. I am so glad that we have the partners who are up here and all of you there who said, we deserve a new bridge. Yes. And a new bridge is what we got. The Mount Vernon Bridge has always been important as a connector for our communities. And for those of you who had to go to Meatlas and had to take the freeway, right? I missed a lot of meals at Meatlas just because that bridge was no longer there.
We're actually going to need to make a little space here in the middle. Photographer. All of you can still be here. All of you can still be right here. You need to make some space in the middle.
Marty, you're getting over here. I want you to this picture too. Alright, you're gonna be right in front of me, alright? Get in here.
And then did you guys announce the water here? After the ribbon is cut, roll the smokestack into its horn. Like that. Alright guys, everybody's in front of me. You have to go way down. Way down.
thumb up. Tell them.
I'm watching. Phones, I know you don't want it. You're a little high. Okay. All right, here we go.
Ready? Are you guys ready?
2, 1. All right, ready? 3, 2. You come over to the side. You two, yeah. Come over to the front. I can't see you guys. Come over to the front. Yeah. You next to the center. Yeah. Right here. All right, ready? I'll take it with mine. I'll text it to you. Ready? 3, 2.
Senator Reyes, if you can tell me what this moment means.
It's such an exciting day because it's really a gift for the community. The community absolutely deserves this bridge. This is something that, when you look at the fact that you have a bridge that was built in 1934, the fact that this bridge was, it served its purpose, and we're down to 1% value for this bridge. We could no longer allow trucks or buses to go over the bridge, and here it is. It was knocked down 4 or 5 years ago, and today it is opened up, as you can see, to a much wider, much stronger bridge that's going to last this community for decades. And I'm so excited.
What kind of opportunity does this open up for San Bernardino?
Well, the fact that now you can go from one side from downtown San Bernardino to the west side. The west side absolutely deserves this. The west side has some of the best restaurants like Meatlas, Don Ramon's, some of the best medical facilities like the Cell with Dr. Arteaga. So many different things, Birreria, Guadalajara. The list goes on, and we've missed going to all these places because it was so hard that we now take the freeway to get to those places. And now here we are, just go over the bridge, the Mount Vernon Bridge. Excited about that.
Can you share with me some personal stories when you were growing up in the older bridge?
Well, yes, my grandmother lived on Pico, and so for sure every Sunday after church we were at my grandmother's house. She went to 5 o'clock mass, but we went to 10 o'clock, and we'd go visit her afterwards. And my aunts, my cousins lived over on the west side, so it was so good to be able to visit and to just drive over. They're all, my grandmother's since passed, my aunt the same thing. But during that time, this bridge was very important to us. I mean, weekly we were going over the bridge. So this is important. This is important.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the moments that you remember knowing that the older bridge needed to be replaced?
When we heard that there was a big chunk of cement that had fallen. So it wasn't just pieces of the bridge, there was a big chunk that had fallen onto the railroad. And then we came by to look. They were very kind to us, and they brought us over to look at, inspect it sort of, or to look at the inspection they were doing. They had shored it up with pieces of wood because chunks were falling out. And so it was obvious that something needed to be done. And to see so many partners working together to make this a reality is so heartwarming. But the biggest partner, as you may have asked, the biggest partner is the community. The community made sure that they were not forgotten. And their voice was heard loud and clear. And you have people like Congressman Pete Aguilar, Supervisor Joe Baca, our mayor, our current mayor, Helen Tran, and so many others who are committed to this. And that makes a difference too. SBCTA, they were fabulous partners, fabulous leaders in making all of this happen. It's very important to have all those partners.
Is it cool if I trade you spots real quick to ask a question?
Oh, sure.
That way give your knees a break.
Thank you.
You go ahead and look at me this time. I just have one question. So it's kind of been like a resounding thing. There's a lot of applause. Everyone seems very happy to have the bridge here. Now, obviously, people have lived here for a very long time, as you have. The emotional attachment that comes with this nearly 100-year-old bridge. I'm sure a lot of other people will share the same sentiment. Just kind of convey to you and the viewers your emotional attachment to the bridge and some of you.
I will tell you that when the bridge is finally going to be demolished, I came over and I said, I'd like a piece of that bridge. I want to be able to have an artifact. I want something from this bridge because it was so important, because it connected our communities. And so when it was finally knocked down, they delivered some pieces of the bridge. And I have those, and they mean a lot to me, knowing that the bridge that was here that connected us for almost 100 years, 91 years, I think, is my mother's age, 91. To know that connected us for so long, but it had run its course. It no longer served its purpose. And it was so important to have it replaced. And I say this over and over again. This community, our community, absolutely deserved to have a new bridge. And we are so proud, so happy to have this new bridge.
What do you think the future holds now that the bridge is up and revitalized? Going forward from the community through 2024 or 2025 on to 2026, what do you think that looks like for the community?
I think that now that the bridge is open, the businesses, I think, are going to thrive. We're going to have more and more people going over the bridge, more and more people wanting to have housing closer to the transit. We have the MetroLink right here next door. And so many services that are available that now the community will be able to use on both sides. But businesses, I think, are going to begin to thrive here, knowing that this connection is here.
Pero la comunidad lo merece. Ahora va a ser algo muy bueno para los negocios, va a ser algo muy bueno para las familias, va a ser algo muy bueno para la comunidad. De saber que el puente que unía a las comunidades por fin ha regresado. Y ha regresado de una manera muy especial porque ahora está mucho más ancha y mucho más fuerte. Se estará aquí por muchas décadas para las comunidades y las generaciones que siguen. Gracias.